I don't know if y'all are ready for honest, but just because I feel like we're still basking in that amazing obituary, you know? I'm listening to Ginny banging on the window. Oh my gosh. Anyway. I was gonna post yesterday, and then I was like, I don't know. It's just everyone we're loving this obituary, and people are reminiscing about her, and people are excited about a bird that's coming to visit me. I just gotta tell you that doing this these last few days has been really hard. Yesterday was particularly nuts. In fact, I hated the day between, I don't know, it was about it was about 9 a.m. to 12:30. I hated it. I just, I got up and I put my ball cap on, and I went down to Social Security to make my appointment in 2 weeks to apply for the $255 death benefit that I get from Social Security because my wife has died. And while I was there, because I don't understand anything about Social Security, because we just, you know, I have a job. It's not like I, you know, went into the last weeks concerned that I would be financially struggling after she died. We just hadn't talked about Social Security. So I was sitting there, and actually I was sitting there, and one of the meditation women works there, which is crazy good because I'm sure I just looked like shit sitting there waiting with my little number in my hand beside the security guard that has the most boring job in the planet. I mean, can you imagine sitting at a desk in Austin, Minnesota at the Social Security office for an entire day? Just sitting there? I can't imagine. I felt for him. I told myself that if I were Ginny, I would have gotten to know him. But I didn't have it in me. Maybe next time. Anyway, what I learned is that because I'm, you know, 46 and she was retired and drawing on Social Security, that when I'm 60, when I turn 60, if I have not married again, I will be eligible for my portion of Ginny's Social Security. Oh, man. So that's only 14 years from now, and she'll be taking care of me again in the sense of being part of life again in the event that I don't marry. Then I went to the treasurer's office. I had worked with the folks over at Mayo Medical School had sent me pre-filled out information with my data. They filled it in correctly. They checked all the boxes so I wouldn't have to do that on site. So grateful. I get to our little treasury office. I slide the death certificate application and my driver's license under the box. The woman takes it, goes to her desk. About 3 minutes later, comes back and says, you've made a mistake on this, on the form. You have the spouse box checked. Who are you? Are you her daughter or who are you? I said, no, it's correct. And then she puts the paper up against the window and points at the box that's checked, spouse, and says, you have the spouse box checked. And I looked at her and I said, it is correct. I'm a little resentful that I'm having teachable moments on one of the hardest days of my life. You know, it's just part of our world. It's the reality of this. this world. Not only marrying a woman, but marrying a woman who, you know, like marrying a cougar. A serious cougar. But why? Why do I need to teach people? I just want my fucking certificates. Oh, God. I just let it go. I really wanted to say more. I really wanted to say more to that woman, and I just said it's correct. And then they handed me 5 death certificates. I mean, they do them on the spot. In the old days, I feel like people had to wait for days, so I didn't expect that. I didn't expect I would have them in my hand, so I walked out of there with them. The shining light of the moment is that because we're not using the funeral home as we had planned, as I was driving out to our running store, which is kind of like a catch-all Fleet Farm type farm and whatever, because the Orioles yesterday morning, there were 8 of them, and they were attacking my they were trying to drink out of the hummingbird feeder, and they were just pummeling in, and so I thought, well, shit, I better go get an Oriole feeder. So on the way by there, I drive by the funeral home, and I'm like, you know what, I'm already feeling this. This already sucks, so I'm just gonna spit in there. And the beautiful Mary Kittleson sat with me. It's just good. It's the woman that's there, the local woman that I've appreciated it. I surely do appreciate her more. And then I came home. And then my refrigerator died. Thwop, 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 thwop. It's still running, but it sounds like a fucking freight train. I'm sorry for the language, it's just where I'm at. So I got back in my car and I went to Sears. Ginny and I had been talking about replacing the stuff that's here. Our fridge is like 10 years old or 12 years old, and it was a basic fridge, and the stove was here when I got here, and who knows how old it is. So we had been talking about it. So I just went to Sears, walked in, gave him the measurements. He gave me the options. I picked him and was out 20 minutes. The fridge still thwaps, thwap, thwap, thwap. Friday they'll be new. And in the middle of it all, a friend that I've not seen for a long time says, hey, you getting everything you need? No, I'm not. I'm not getting everything I need. I have there's great things, there's great people, but no, in this moment I'm not. And so she called last night. What a gift. We had an amazingly crazy, wicked thunderstorm last night. Nadia was terrified. She is terrified. She hates those things. I got her into bed with me. It's the first time she's been in the bed since we moved Ginny out into the living room. This is a dog that has slept with me every night since we got her, I think. And she stayed and she trembled. And then she left me. She couldn't do it. Oh, those poor dogs. Poor Kier. So today, I got a few things. We're working on the program for the service on Sunday. Got some printing stuff going. And today, there will be a bit that runs in the post bulletin today. We decided to do that because of all the medical stuff. I just got to tell you that Robin is just whipping on this window behind. It's just this constant tapping behind me. through this whole thing. I don't know how to help it. It's unrelenting. Showed up first at 6:17 this morning. People keep saying let it in. I just want to say that if I let the bird in, I don't know how the hell I get the bird out. For those of you that have had to get a bird out of a house, you know. Oh. Okay. Oh, and then Jocelyn and I, we're making the announcement on Facebook. We're like, what are we going to call this thing on Saturday night or on Friday night? Because it's not a traditional visitation, and we want people to know that maybe there might be a little wine, a little beer. So we got to call it some kind of a wake. Let's call it like a Midwestern Danish wake. We totally made it up. Totally made it up. Because that's who we are, and we had to figure out a way to communicate wake. Maybe that the people would understand that perhaps there might be some booze and Danish, because that's gin, and it's not a traditional Irish wake. There's going to be no Irish music. It's just going to be us sitting around telling stories. Telling stories. Yeah. And so people have been texting me saying people have been posting about, even the cousins even called it, I think, a traditional Midwestern Danish wake. I'm not sure what that means. So I know there'll be food, and it'll be whatever trips my trigger when I go to look. And there'll be beverages. Saturday will be amazing. I'm really pleased with the way that the services come together. Mostly because all but 2 items are Virginia's, because she had a folder and we put it the way that it's hers. It's what she wanted. It will just ooze her. Ooze her. Come early, people. Holy smokes. That little church isn't so little, it seats 350, but I feel like the world loved her. I know a lot of the world loves me. So it'll be a full house. And then some. And then some. All right, enough of this drab. I'm sorry if yeah. I think these next posts and updates in the following of this process, some days are going to be great, and some days are going to be not so great. Tap, 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 tap. Oi, the bird.